Hi everybody, it's Leslie, and I just wanted to do something on pets. I've had a lot of people ask me about pets, have readings, call about their pets. And first thing I want to say, we have our psychic Kathy, who really is a pet psychic, much more than I am. You could call for a reading with her, and I suggest 15 minutes. But anyway, this is the star signs of your pet, and I think we all love our pets. They're like our best friend, and and so let's do this by their astrological sign. If your favorite pet, and then all our pets are, most of them are favorites, is an Aries, and their birthdays are from 321 to 420, some of them like to bite first and ask later, and you know what I mean if you have an Aries animal. You know, they don't take their time sensing people. They're pretty aggressive, and that means they're very protective of you too. Sometimes an Aries pet can have its own mind and be a little standoffish at times. They're also a standoff. They like to be showed off. They like when they get groomed. They love to be groomed. They love to look nice, and they like to keep themselves looking nice. Especially people have cats, they're always cleaning themselves, preening themselves. They love to have attention lavished on them. They love the attention, and they'll really respond to it. And they love to play. If you have an Aries pet, you'll love your pet very much. You'll love it, and it'll bring you a lot of joy. And the next is if you have a Taurus pet that's birthday is from 421 to 521, and those dates vary. Some people's, go from the 20th to the 20th, or the different there. But I go from 421 to 521 right now. They love food. The Taurus birthdays are pets. They love food, and they require a lot of liquid. They don't like food that's left out for them. They like a routine. So a lot of people pre-feed their pets, and they just put food out in the morning, and it's there all day long, enough of them. Most pets that I've researched like it when they know they're going to eat at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to eat at 5 o'clock at night, and they know their walk is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or 6 o'clock at night. They like to have that routine, and a lot of pets require that. They almost require that. I mean, they like it. They're so ready, and they'll even stand by the door and wait for the person to come. They'll come and stand by the cupboard and wait for you to get the food down for them, or the refrigerator. They have their own mind in many instances. They're very, very stubborn. They can be stubborn, but they are also very loyal to you, and very loving. They're very solid in their ideas and can be very, very insecure if you should give attention to, in other words, if I were visiting you and your pet was a Taurus, and you gave attention to my pet, your Taurus pet would not like that at all. Not at all. It needs lots of exercise, the Taurus does, and they love exercise. They like playing frisbee, and socializing is one of their favorite things. Let them know how much you think of them. Let them know how much fun they are. This makes them very, very happy. And the next one would be a Gemini. And if you have a Gemini pet, that's 522 to 621, they'll not eat out of dirty dishes, and you'll know this is funny, they just really won't. More so than any other sign of a dog, the Gemini. They want that dish clean, and they may take a few bites out of it, and then they turn their nose up at it. And that's just the way they are. They like a regular schedule of feeding and playing and walking or exercising. And they really like routine, just like the Taurus. They very much like the routine. They love to eat books. I've found a lot of people tell me that the Gemini pet loves to eat books, and a lot of crossword books, or word find, and that kind of books for some reason. They're very good left alone, though. If you're working and leave them alone, they're very good, and they're very, very happy to see you when you get home. That's fun. They're a fun pet. They're fun. If your pet has a Cancer birthday, it's big this month. A lot of things going on for Cancer, even if they have a Cancer rising. It's one of the most loving pets of the zodiac. It just loves you. I mean, it just loves you, idolizes you. You're their star. Does not like to be left alone at all. The Cancer doesn't. They don't. They are always looking out the window if you're coming back. They're just wanting. When will they be back? When will they be back? If you have them in the car, you'll notice they're just staring at the door where you went in, that you'll come out again. Most of the time, they love to keep all their puppies, all their kittens that they have. They don't like to get rid of their offsprings. They just like them. They would mother them or father them. They would be mostly the mothers. The mothers would. They're very nurturing. The cancer pet is very nurturing. You have to watch where they jump. They have a thing of not watching where they jump, and they can jump and end up in a very precarious position, so they're not careful. They can be needy at times for you, very much. They also can be happy-go-lucky, and they can be klutzes if they have a Sagittarius rising. They really can be. In other words, they get into different things because of Cancer with the Sagittarius. And then the next one is the Leo, and the Leo birthday is 7/23 to 8/22. And at this time, right now, Mars is passing through Leo. You will find your pet more aggressive than usual, more protective, much more protective of you. At this time, they are seeking new areas to run, new areas to play. They always want to know you are there for them. They may go find they're in no area, go play, but they want to look back and know that you're there, or that they can come home and you'll be there for them. Although they can be very independent. Very nosy about all food left anywhere, including the garbage, so you have to be careful. I think you know that if you have a Leo pet. They're fun, though. They're fun, and they're very alive, very alive. If your pet has a Virgo birthday, which is 8/23 to 9/23, they're very organized. They're a very organized pet, as the Virgo people are. You will feel that they stay to themselves more than you thought they would. If you run a business from home, they really absorb your energy. They just kind of know what's going on, or they know what's expected of you. They know when you need them to be quiet and just rest, and they do that for you. They always keep themselves very well groomed. Also, they like to be looking just perfect. The more attention you give them, the more relaxed they become. And they're kind of standoffish a little bit, or very this way. And you give them love and attention and play, and they relax a lot, and they love it. And the next one is a Libra. And the Libra birthday pet is from 9/24 excuse me, to 10/23. It loves to be with other animals. Does not like to be alone. The Libra does not like to be alone at all. Always wants to be with someone they know. If you leave them alone too long, they will be naughty. They really will be some naughties, and I'm sure if you have one, you'll find that. Easy loving, always happy. They can be on your lap, or a fun pet. And sometimes, if you have a cat and you leave them too long, they'll go away and will come back, and you'll have to be looking for them and worrying about them. So remember, they like a lot of knowing that they're loved. Excuse me. And if you have a Scorpio pet, their birthday would be 10/24 to 11/22. Pluto is very strong with them at this time. It can also make them very aggressive at this time. Not always, and I don't mean that's always, but they can be very loyal until something crosses their path. Very much so. When something crosses their path, whoa, they sometimes retreat and don't talk to you for a day or two or a week. And sometimes they just go hide by themselves. They don't hide, but they stay by themselves. They're very smart, and they sense your every move. And Sagittarius, if you have a Sagittarius pet, and that birthday would be 11/23 to 12/21. They're great show dogs. Very great show dogs. They're very proud. They're very proud dogs. They like to please you very much, and they do, and they're very usually very handsome dogs, very pretty dogs. They're easily trained, and they feel like everyone should have a happy-go-lucky attitude toward them at all times. They really do. They just are. You don't see a Sagittarius, I guess, person or a pet that is grouchy or negative. They're pretty mellow, very happy, and pretty even all the time. And that's where your pet is. Your pet will be very much that way. They're very proud, and that's what makes them some good show dogs. And they love to learn new tricks. And if you have, and that's a great pet. They're a great pet. If your pet has a Capricorn birthday, it's 12/22 to 1/20. Woof woof. Sometimes a loner, sometimes not. Easy to train, want to do everything that is expected of them, plus more. They're very regimented in their own sense. If you're worried about someone else's health or pet's health, your dog will sense it. Also, likes alone time, although they really love you and depend on you. They really do like alone time, and they really like your attention to know that they're loved by you. Aquarius, if you have an Aquarius dog, and they're really a lot of fun, but they really want your attention. Ooh, do they? 121 to 219. They mostly love to be around other animals, mostly. Always looking for a treat. Or allows you to share they're looking for a treat, or they're looking for a friend who has a treat for them, or will share their food with them. And they're the hardest to train not to beg from the table. And I think that is very frustrating for you too. You can train them, and that's fine for a while, and then they go back if you have company for dinner or outside barbecue. They're looking at each person to see, oh, can I have a little bite of this? So they're very loyal to a fault. So be careful. If you show attention again to another pet, they will not like it at all. They may go after that pet, even though that's not their nature. They are so happy to see you when you come home. They are so happy. They run around, jump up and down, and they have special friends too. They have special friends, and not very many, just a couple of special friends. But if they're special, you're coming down the street in your car, they know the sound of your car. I can't believe it, but I know that they do. I've seen it happen. And if your pet has a Pisces birthday, that's 220 to 320. They're very calm and sensitive, most of them. All of these are the majority of dogs. Some of them are a little different because this is going by their sun sign. You will notice if they are hurt or suggest they did something wrong, they'll almost want to run away. They just do not want to be wrong. They do want to be right. They want you to praise them all the time. If their moon is in Aquarius, they will try and please, but be so sensitive. Oh, they're so sensitive. You will generally find them sleeping to avoid negative remarks, negative energy. Have a reading for your pet? Call Kathy, the Pet Psychic, 800-541-6999. And just hope you like this. Bye-bye.